Oh, jeez. Well, let's see. Otis is a butt kicker. Otis is an artist. Otis is he's got a sense of humor, but it only comes out when the blood starts to run. And Otis is a family man first and foremost. I'm still working. Yeah, it was pretty good. I had a lot of fun. I'm a real horror movie fan, so it was really great to finally get to do a real horror movie after all these years of watching all the crap that's been made. And it was fun to work with a bunch that was real dedicated to making a real horror movie, starting with Rob and with Sid and Sherry and Karen Black and everybody else, Tommy Tolles, all the people that were dedicated to kicking some horror butt. I think it's all in the pecs. I think I have no idea, frankly. It's funny because I don't really make much headway with the girls for some reason in my real life, and then I put on Otis's clothes and wear Otis's hair and get my teeth all screwed up and put on these blinky weird contact lenses, and all of a sudden, like I'm a chick magnet. And I think it's probably because I'm mean. I don't know. Well, let's see. I would have to say today it's Evil Dead 2. I'm a big Bruce Campbell fan, and when his hand is possessed and he's like fighting with his own hand and hitting himself on the head with plates, and actually flips himself with his possessed demon hand, I think that's a high watermark for me. I'm pricing houses in Bel Air, so I'm expecting, a huge, change in my financial status. Also, I find that it just fires me up and makes me want to, get down with House of a Thousand Corpses Part Two. I haven't seen the figures yet, but actually, I've already been an action figure. I played Chop Top in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and no one else was making an action figure of Chop Top. So what I did was I took a hot dog, which is appropriate, and put a little piece of tinfoil on top of it, and stuck a couple of toothpicks through it. And that sucker, was quite active. It kind of wiggles around, So I don't really know. I've never seen a real like action figure, but I would imagine it's going to be pretty fun. I'll give one to my 4-year-old. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Rob says it's going to be, I think, a little more violent. And, just getting over here in LA traffic, I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. Uh, well, let's see. Mm, the best is yet to come. Mm, no.
I am the epiphany of the American spirit. I am what this country used to be all about, which means you want to fuck with me, you best bring all your shit, because I don't care about no Berlin Walls, no 38th parallel, no drawing lines in a goddamn sand. You piss me off, I'm going to come over there and put my boot up your ass. Oh, yeah. That's me. I don't know. geez, I'm just so lovable, you know? I really don't know why people hate clowns. I know why chimps hate clowns, okay? If you went to the circus and they were going to bring the chimps in, they holler chimps, and all the clowns in the circus dive through doorways and stuff because chimps will take their faces off because they're weird. They're, you know, but people, I don't know. I guess they got scared by balloon animals or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Grow up. It was a great experience. It was very open. It was very free. It was, you were allowed to create, you know, and you you forgot that the wind was blowing sand through the set and tumbleweeds and whatnot. But it was good. It was all good. Oh, my favorite horror film. I was really impressed when I was a kid. I watched all of the Wolfman and Draculas and Frankensteins and all of that stuff, but when I saw The House of Wax with Vincent Price, that was scary to me. Of course, it was in 3D, so stuff's jumping out at you and all that stuff, but that film always did impress me. Well, I sure hope so. I sure hope you can see Captain Spaulding in the sequel. I'll crash the party. Well, it feels damn good, you know? It's multiply posable and anatomically correct and just a hell of a lot of fun to play with. So get your clown and play with it. Well, it's just such a relief, you know? The film is out. Um, a whole lot of people love it. A whole lot of people hate it, which is good because I'd hate to have somebody go to the film, you know, to go see the film and say, oh, well, yeah, it was okay, you know. But I mean, the reactions of the fans have been strong. They either love it or they hate it, and that's good. And, you know, of course, we want everybody to love it, but that's never going to happen because that's why the guy makes 31 flavors, you know? It just feels good, and the fan reaction, and you know, people getting online and chit-chatting back and forth and giving their own takes on things. It's great. You know, I've heard and I've seen on the website that people were actually dressing up as Captain Spaulding and some of the other characters to go to see the film. And that is just so weird to me. I mean, it makes me feel good because they obviously somehow have identified with the character and they, I guess, like what's going on enough to get this ridiculous, okay? And some people have gotten really intricate with the costumes and everything. I think it's great. It's absolutely great. Because, see, I'm a real selfish guy. I do this for me because it makes me feel good. When I'm in front of a camera, I'm 50 feet tall. I can do or say or be whatever I want. And number two is I do it for the fans. Because without them, we got nothing. Yeah, I would like to add something to this. This is kind of just the release and the success of this film is kind of a testament to just being diligent and believing in what it is that you do and knowing somehow that there is a place for what it is that you have done and never giving up. I'm going to take a little bit of your time and give Winston Churchill's graduating speech to Oxford University, okay? And this is the speech in its entirety. Never quit. Never, never, never quit. And there you have it, folks.
I think boys call them action figures and girls call them dolls. It's pretty cool. Well, when I was a kid, I was really frightened by The Shining and Amityville Horror and I don't know what else. Jaws, you know. No. I mean, there's a lot of drama to finally, you know, up to the point until it finally came out, but I think it's good. I think people, you know, obviously people like it, so.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I just put the hair and the hat and the clothes and it just came out of my mouth once I got into all this getup. I think I stabbed, oh no, I stabbed a couple people. I did not like it and I don't want to meet the person who would like doing that. No.
Actually, a lot of it was pretty straightforward. You know, we weren't breaking any new effects ground with this kind of stuff. It was like character makeups and a few prosthetic makeups and stuff like that. So, no real challenges per se. You know, just trying to make it live up to Rob's design, basically. They all sort of evolved. Some of the characters, well, almost all the characters started with a drawing from Rob. And we would do a test makeup and do our sculptures and show them and go back and forth and just kind of develop them that way and always adding something on. Well, this is more of like an old school horror movie. You know, we didn't really need any you know, giant creatures or dinosaurs or anything like that, obviously. So it was all stuff we could do with standard effects, not really any digital stuff necessary. He evolved with basically the same process most of the other characters went through. We started with the design, we would do a test, and just keep adding stuff on and on. Like Dr. Satan, you know, we had a design for his face, and we just kept adding on exoskeleton, you know, weird surgical masks, breathing apparatus, and, you know, just trying to make things as weird as possible. Fish Boy, he was based on Fiji Mermaid, which was these old things that would show up at carnival sideshows, and they were fake, but people were led to believe that it was a real thing that someone found, and they would put them on display. But most of the time, it was a mummified monkey body attached onto the body of a fish. So that's what we used when we designed Fish Boy to come up with that.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'd like to tell you it was something really gross, but it was basically just colored food thickener. We were calling it on pus on set, just to make everyone gross out a little bit, but that's all it really was. Same kind of stuff they use in milkshakes at McDonald's. So think about that next time. No, I mean, it was just fun working with someone like Rob, who's an artist, because a lot of times you'll work with a director who has no idea what they want. It'll be like, well, I'll know what I want when I see it, and it just takes up a lot of time. We didn't have a lot of time on this movie to come up with this stuff, so, you know, his ability to do illustrations and come up with the initial designs that just grew from there really made the whole process a lot smoother than usual. Favorite horror movie? Well, to me, there's so many different types. I mean, some horror movies I like for the effects, some I like for the scares. But if using that general term horror movie, I'd probably have to say The Shining, because it's the only movie I can watch every single time, and it's just as scary every time. You know.